Stop being a bitch.
All right, Lemonheads, what's up? Welcome to Lemon City Live. We've got a special music episode for you today. How do you like our musical intro, everybody? We'll talk about that in a second with our homie Zakk Sandler over here. But Lemon City Live is brought to you by Magic City Highlight. Magic City's 2020 season started May 1st and will run through the end of November. For now, the court will stay closed to the public, but you'll be able to watch all the games in real time on YouTube on the Highlight channel. If you need a sports fix, we highly recommend that you check it out. The Highlight channel also has a ton of other original content to help you understand the game and get you more familiar with the players in the league. Go to youtube.com/highlight channel, spelled JAIALAI channel. It's free to subscribe and you'll never miss a moment of the action.
All right. Thank you so much Gus, for that, huh? All right, guys. This is another. Oh man. Oh shit! I didn't do my little thing. Hold on. I messed up.
You didn't get yourself a drink?
No, I do. Hold on. I don't have my.
You don't have the sounds loaded?
Yeah, bro. Fuck me. I'm totally dropping the ball here. All right. Well, that loads up real quick. Let me remind everybody. It's another 11:30 live quarantine edition of the Friday Night Happy Hour show, and today is a special guest. First of all, Gus, congratulations, 215 episodes in a row.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, you know, fuck you. Megan, keeping your streak alive. But hey, for those of you watching on Facebook and YouTube, you know, stick around, stay a while, have a drink with us, participate in the chat. If you got any comments, questions, concerns, or anything you want, just go ahead, put it in there, and we'll talk about it. But
tell us what you're drinking.
Yeah. Oh, tell us what you're drinking as well. But without further ado, this is a different episode. We're a sports show that likes to talk about everything but sports. That's kind of been our shtick for 5 years now, almost, that we've been doing.
Yeah.
This, you know what I'm saying? Our MO. So, and today is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. I've kind of was like, you know what? I'd like to do something very different. And I thought, man, you know what? Quarantine, sports are on a hiatus, although today's the day that all the sports started, so perfect time to not talk about sports,
right?
So with that,
we're ass backwards, man.
Yeah, we're backwards. It's totally fitting. But with that, I'd like to present our friend, Mr. Rock superstar Zakk Sandler.
Yeah,
you know, Zakk. For those of you new to the show here or that don't know, Zakk is a musician. He's a wizard on the guitars. I also saw you play keyboard now. This dude's traveled the world. He's performed at Ozzfest. He's performed on Warped Tour. Like I said in the description, he's open for Iron Maiden, man. So that's kind of a big deal. And formerly of Falling in Reverse and Black Tide. So there you go. I'm filling up your head here, my friend. And welcome to our show, bro. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Dude, I have to ask real quick, what was the intro music?
That's original, right?
Yeah, my boy Gianni. I don't know if you ever met Gianni, my boy.
Yeah, I met Gianni.
That I used to make music with, right?
Yeah, dude. We went to like parties together, and you guys.
Okay. Yeah. He was actually on the show on the We Ain't Found Sith show that I do with Eben and Pedro this past Wednesday. Yeah. So he actually made that beat, and we were gonna use it for one of our songs that we just never made. And so it just
story of my life.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? This unused beat is going to be great for Lemon City.
And it's worked out good for us, man. We love it. So
I back it.
There you go. But yeah, Gus, cheers, my friend. Wait, where are you? Is it on this side? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Cheers, everybody. Up, clink, 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 clink. There you go. Drink up. Ooh, drinking that hard stuff tonight.
What are you drinking, Edwin?
I don't know, some brown stuff that I got from the liquor cabinet there. So
nice. I'm drinking the mango sour from Lincoln's Beard Brewery. Shout out to Lincoln's Beard.
Oh, I missed that place. I'm drinking a peach oolong organic tea.
That's not bad. Totally appropriate. All welcome here. All welcome here.
All walks of life.
Yes.
So, there it is. There's the sound.
All right.
Don't mind me being the douchebag who hits his vape from time.
Go ahead. You've always been a douche, bro. Cheers on the kombucha. There you go. Yeah, bro. So I wanted to cash in a favor, and I said, you know what, this is the perfect time to do it. So I reached out to Zakk and I said, yo, bro, come on our show and not talk sports with us and tell us about your music stuff. And he said, yeah, as long as I sent him some dirty pictures, and it worked out, man. So we're good. That's how we're here.
Yeah.
But,
Too bad they were my dirty pictures. He's like, here's some dirty pictures of Gus. Thanks, bro.
Man, the things I've seen from you guys and some of our other friends, like they're stored up here anyway, so it doesn't matter.
But yeah, man. I've known Zakk now for like 10 years or so. I
Dude,
think
longer, man.
Maybe around there.
I'm trying to remember. Before I was 21 for sure.
Yeah.
Probably since I was like 18, and I'm about to be 32.
Welcome to the old club, bro.
Damn.
It sucks.
Yeah, bro. I'm not disclosing how old I am, but it's up there.
Don't worry.
More than 32.
I'll take 32 right now, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Lincoln's is the best thing. Yeah, Miriam. We've actually we've done our show from there a couple of times too, man.
Yeah. True that.
But I thought this was cool, man. I've known Zakk now for so long, and I've never once sat down and picked his brain about being the rock star. He's always just been Zakk, the funny guy, Zakk, the guy I know does all this real big stuff, but I never know about it. I'm like, yeah, he's there. Is he in town? Oh yeah, cool. He's always been friend first, and I've never really, I think it's like fucking cool that this guy's done all the shit that he's done, but I've never really sat down and fucked around with him. And he's so I thought this would be a great opportunity for me to also geek out as a music fan here and kind of like, hear some stories and share some stuff. But
oh boy.
I gotta give you props, man. I gotta give you thanks. Actually, I do remember a couple of times that you've hooked it up using your star power there. I remember one time you got me backstage passes to what was that tour? I don't remember the tour, but I know it was Godsmack and Megadeth and Trivium was there too. That's when you introduced me.
We went to Mayhem Festival together.
Mayhem, there we go.
Yeah,
dude. And then quick story about that one, man. That shit always stands out because this is the first time I've ever been backstage, right? So I was like walking around. I'm like, because he calls me up and he's like, yo, I got these passes. You want to come through? And, shows up in West Palm. And I'm like, all right, yeah, fuck it. Why not? So I was like, I think Han was there, John. I don't remember who else. And I head up there and I get there. I'm like looking for this guy. And then he meets me out at the gate. He gives me, and I didn't know. I thought it was just a ticket to the show. And he's like, no, here, put on the wristband. You get to go to the back. And I'm like, what? Okay. Yeah, man, what's up? So we go in there. I'm walking around the back. I'm standing next to like Megadeth's dressing room, and I took like the one picture that I took was just of that. I was like, ooh, cool.
Oh yeah, because you guys all like met Trivium that day too.
Yes,
right? Or at least Matt. Yeah,
and that was the funny thing because I really didn't know too much about Trivium. Actually, I didn't know shit about him, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
At the time. But we're back there and we see some guys there and some guys like playing guitar, like practicing. And then this one guy comes up to us and he starts talking to you, like super friendly, probably genuinely one of the nicest guys I've ever seen. Like he was just like, hey, he looks at me. He's like, hey, are you having a good time? And I'm like, yeah, man. He's like, awesome, man. Awesome. This show's so cool. I thought he was a roadie or something. I thought he was like some motivational speaker. He was so friendly. Yeah. And I'm like, and I look over at you, and then he's like, hey, all right, guys, I got to go get ready. We're about to take the stage. I'll see you guys there. Enjoy the show. And I'm like, and I look at you, and I'm like, yo, that guy is like, he's in a band. And he's like, oh, yeah, dude, that's Matt. He's the lead singer of this band called Trivium. He's like, watch, we got to go out there. The first, like, minute of their show is intense. And I was like, okay. And we get out there, and this is, they opened up with In Waves, I remember. And that song has this long build-up at the beginning, right? And it's just like very dramatic, like music to open, right? And then all of a sudden when it hits, the guy screams and the whole song is him screaming. I'm like, whoa, that voice came out of that guy. Like that guy was the nicest guy. I'm like blown away. I was like, holy shit. Well, anyway, I went and like downloaded all their shit and became a huge fan after that because I was like, yo, that's fucking cool. You know what I mean? So
bro, it's funny. I can tell you, like, even to this day, he is still like the nicest fucking dude ever. We we lived near each other in Orlando when I was living up there, and it was so random, like, because I hit him up, be like, yo, like, where's a good spot for coffee, like food, whatever, and like, I remember he like told me about like this coffee joint, Lineage, and he was like, oh my god, bro, you have to have it, and like he hit me up like 20 minutes later, he's like, what are you doing? Come, let's go get coffee, and like that just became like a thing, like. It's like getting coffee there. Like I saw him here last year, and of course, like, just shot him a quick text. I'm like, hey man, like, you coming out here? And he was like, oh my god, he's like, you live in Nashville. He's like, come fucking hang out, dude. Like, like anything. Like, second I come and say hey to him, just gives me like the biggest fucking hug. Like, they're just like everybody in that band are like the nicest dudes in the world.
Dude, and there's some like straight up metal, dude. Like they're fucking rocking hard as shit. And then you look at
their new record's gnarly too.
Yeah, I got like I got that In Waves album, and then I downloaded the one after it, and then now that everything is streaming, so I just stream it on like Apple Music or something.
Their last two records, like, I think probably better than anything they've ever done.
Oh shit!
Just check that out.
Man, my buddy's a big fan too. So when I told him, he's like, "Oh, you?" I'm like, "Yeah, bro." And he's like, "Oh, yeah." So I was like, "I get this man a little humble brag and stuff." But yo, Zakk, you mentioned you're up in Nashville now, man. Like,
yeah.
That's a big change from growing up in Miami, though, right? Like, you miss your Spanish food or any of that stuff you like from down here, bro?
So. I mean, first of all, it's really like, in the grand scheme of things, it's not that weird for me to live in Nashville because, like, remember, I'm originally from North Alabama, and like that's about like 140 miles south of me.
Okay.
So like, I still go down there from time to time, hang on my dad. I see, like, my mom moved back there, like, so I see her, like. Like my roots are very much embedded in like this part of the country.
Okay.
But,
wait, so how old were you when you moved to Miami then?
Like 9, 8.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So like, but like I, for my formidable years were in Miami. So yeah, the food, like there's a place here called like Taste of Cuba or something like that. That's like, and like the owner's like from Cuba, like had a restaurant in Miami.
Okay.
But I'll say that the food there is like, it's like you can tell it's missing something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is, but like, I got Publix down the street, dude. I'm able to get like, I got some empanadas right now in the freezer. Like, I can sit there and get those.
Nice.
Like,
wait, Publix is reaching up to Nashville now?
Bro, Publix goes
man.
I think they go as far north as Virginia.
They spread quicker than COVID, man.
Huh?
They spread quicker than COVID, bro. Publix is they're getting out there.
That's why I moved. That's why I moved to the area that I'm in. Is because there was a Publix down the street.
Nice.
I lived in Virginia, and there was definitely no Publix up there. But yeah, if you got Publix, then that's almost as good. You can still get a chicken tender sub. You got pub subs. You got that.
I get pub subs are literally like what I was living off of for like a week when I got here.
Yeah, see, I bet the Cuban bread is the same. That was the problem I had in Virginia. I found a couple little Cuban spots, but like they're like, oh, have a pan con bistec or have a Cuban sandwich, and I was like, cool, let me try it out. And it's a big difference when you don't have the right bread.
So actually, weird enough, the Cuban bread here isn't bad. Like it's not like it's not like Miami, but it's close.
Okay.
But like I think it's the rice that they don't get right. Because like we have a very large like Goya beans. Yeah, dude, we got Goya products. But like there's a larger like Mexican and I think Dominican population around here.
Okay.
And like a lot of Peruvians. So
word.
But like like you guys know, like just the rice alone like changes the whole dish. So like so it's really weird when I've gone there or there's like this really cool little like Hispanic supermarket where I can get like pretty much everything I love from Miami for the most part. I can get it all there.
Scored, bro. Scored.
Yeah. It's not like when I lived in LA and Cuban food didn't exist and like only Mexican food was there, but
see, funny,
terrible.
Funny enough, I've actually I think the last time, no, it wasn't the last time I saw you. I think I saw you between then and now, but one of the last times I saw Zakk was in LA. I happened to be over there with Cindy, and we were visiting family, and we met up at an In-N-Out, and we started shooting shit and talking.
That's right. A random ass In-N-Out like in Hollywood.
Yeah, we're just there. I'm like, yo, I'm over by this. I was doing the whole touristy sightseeing stuff,
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I'll pass by." And then my brother showed up, and Gus has met my brother. He's, he's definitely not a guy you would think listens to any type of rock music or anything like that. But funny enough, man, I don't think I told you, Zakk, but the three of us were talking there, and he was asking you this and that, and we were talking. And after you left, he's like, "Hey, bro, that fucking guy's kind of cool, bro." I was like,
all right.
"Yeah, bro." He's like, "Man," he's like, "I think you were wearing some weird ass belt buckle. I don't remember what it was, but he's
Was it the Louis Vuitton one?
I think so, because my brother
Still
I remember him pointing-
He hasn't taken it off since that.
Take it off, dude.
No.
But yeah, you were there, and it was nice to catch up. It's always cool when you run into like friends like out of the normal, places that you run into. So that's.
I think I still had like a black and like red mohawk then too.
Yeah. You had a mohawk.
That was your hog days.
Yeah, another one of them.
So
it was a green mohawk.
I remember the green one.
Yeah, everyone remembers the green one. That's never happening again.
kind of like see his green mohawk.
Hey, you're in your 30s now, bro.
No, I'm not getting paid to do that.
That's true.
Oh shit! What's up, Chris? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you stick around a while, man. Enjoy the show, buddy.
Yes, sir.
But let's. I want to ask you, man. So again, this is cool because I've never. Again, you're Zakk. You're the guy. I've seen you in Orlando. I've seen you in West Palm. I've seen you perform in Tampa.
Yeah,
I remember I went to see one of the festivals that you were at was in Tampa, and I crowd surfed while you were playing Black Tide. While you were playing Black Tide, I crowd surfed, and while you were doing your whole little rock star, thrusting with the bass like this, you looked at me and made eye contact with me while I was being tossed around by the random people. And
nice.
That was awesome. I'm not gonna lie, that was really cool.
Man, you didn't even feel that finger in your butthole.
Didn't even feel it at all.
You never do.
Never do. But I want to ask you, man. So again, this is new for me. So I got some questions I've never picked at you, or picked your brain about. But
yeah,
how do you become what you are growing up in a scene like Miami? That to me just, we don't even have a rock station anymore. I know at the time we had, 94.9 Zeta, and that was kind of a thing. But how did like, tell me a little bit about that. Like, how did you guys come about being so successful when you were Black Tide, like in an area where it's hard to stand out because there's no scene?
I mean, at the time, and like we're talking like 2004, 2005. Like, there's always been some sort of a scene in the area. Whether it's not like like the Hollywood scene or like the New York scene, but like it's still very much, it's kind of like an underground thing, like as like stupid and cliche as that sounds. But like, you'd go to school and there were kids who loved heavy metal, who loved punk rock, who loved, like, everybody had their little cliques. And like, there's always that thing where like, you hang out with your friends, you want to play in a band, and like, there are places with stages, like, and if there's not people, everybody has parties, everybody has like, some sort of like warehouse they got access to, like whatever it is, like there's a place to play and your friends will listen because they're your friends, whether you're good or not.
That's true. So, you were one of the original members of Fox Arcadia, if I'm not right.
and we played a lot of backyards, man.
Like 8 of my friends were in that band.
Yeah. I think I'm still in that band.
Yeah.
I still write songs for it, I think.
Were you in it? I remember I recorded them once. Were you in it when we did that at Palmetto High School?
No, I wasn't there for that.
No, okay.
No. But like I recorded everything else, I think.
Yeah.
But like, so like we just kind of like, there was always like this weird like creative scene that we could have, and we just helped build upon it. And part of the thing that we had going for us at the time was like we were all young, like we were in high school, so like, selling 10 tickets to a show or something wasn't hard, and it was easy for us to sell 100 of those tickets to like a room that holds 300 people because all those kids are going to pick them up from us. Oh, look at that, dude. I think it's like playing in my living room.
Wow.
Man. I'm trying to see if I can.
Are you just straight up on my Facebook page?
I hacked your Instagram. That's
my Instagram page. Oh, perfect.
By the way, if
But
you
yeah.
want to follow Zakk, it's at Zakk _K_Sandler. So go ahead, give him a
Pretty easy.
follow there.
But yeah, like, you know, we utilized what we had around us, and you know, there were venues that were all pay to play, essentially. Like, you had to sell a certain number of tickets, and that kind of dictated where you're at in the shows.
Yeah.
But because we had a following in our local high schools, even if we sold no tickets, like, those kids were showing up anyway because everybody was in a band. And like, when we would play, we were lucky that we'd gained this following that if we played at 3:00 and the show ended at 8, everybody was going to leave after we played. So they didn't have a choice, but like, our scene kind of had to support us because it was good for them too. You know, like, I don't want to say like, oh, we had like that headliner thing, but like, we kind of did. Yeah. And we used it to our advantage. And then eventually, like, we left Miami technically to get seen and like discovered. And they still hold it. There's a festival in Orlando called the Florida Music Festival.
Okay.
And we got selected to play on it one year, and we played a shitty time slot in a shitty location at a venue that wasn't even really a venue. And we were not going to accept that because we knew that like major label people were there. Yeah. So we lied and we snuck onto the main stage and played like 3 songs before they cut us off.
Oh shit.
That's booked our own show at a venue across the street that wasn't a part of the festival. And like, at that main stage, we're like, hey, sorry, we're not supposed to be here. We're playing at that place across the street. And like, we were young. We were like 16, like 12 to 16.
That's super fucking punk rock.
Yeah, no, like, because here's the thing. We didn't give a fuck. Like, what were they going to do? Get mad and say we couldn't play there again? Like, who gives a shit? So we went to go like do an unauthorized showcase at a venue. And that's where like Atlantic Records first saw us and like Capitol Records first saw us. And like, it created a buzz because we were just young assholes. Yeah. And that kind of springboarded, like, yeah, I'm not even kidding. I think it was like probably like 3 months later, we got flown up to like New York City by like Sony and Atlantic and like Sire and Capitol, like all these labels who were just like trying to sign us.
Ah, dude.
And we had no idea what we were doing. We went and got a lawyer real quick.
Damn. What's up, dude? I mean, when I first met you, I think you looked like this. This is what I remember. That was the first Zakk I knew.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I
looked like that for a long time.
Yeah. You know, I was like, see, little throwback, Warped Tour 2009. And
your hair receded to your face, looks like.
Yeah, right. Weirdly enough, dude, trust me, as I get older, I'm always like, I'll look at old pictures and like, is my hairline the same? And I'm kind of like, actually, yeah, it's always kind of been there.
Hey, bro.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
As a hair aficionado that I am myself, bro, I don't. You look nice, bro. I dig the beard.
You.
The beard suits you well, and I'm glad you stuck with this nice. You got a good do, you know.
Yeah, you know.
I'm just. I got shit everywhere right now. This is I haven't cut my hair since March quarantine look. I do this every week on the show. I look like my name is Earl. It's a hot mess up there.
I was lucky. I got mine cut in like I think it was like late April. Like my barber here was like, "Yo, I can get you in." I was like, "Sick, dude!" Like, I thought Rock skipped from Homestead to Fort Lauderdale.
We were
playing West Kendall, man, all the time.
And then, so here's the thing. So I meet you. You're at the time you were. This is like 2008, 2009. You're in you guys just hit it off. Blah 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 blah. You guys are taking off, and all of a sudden, I think I don't remember. I think it was John or somebody. He's like, "Yo, Zakk's band played Jimmy Kimmel last night or something like that." I was like,
"Yeah, oh wait."
I was like, "Wait,
shit,
Jimmy Kimmel? Fuck up, yo!" Like for real. So like I had to like look it up. Like it was. I thought, come on, man, that's fucking awesome, dude. And I like watching those old videos of you guys because, bro, yeah, you guys were kids, man.
Yeah,
just
like
crashing and rocking out hard as fuck, bro.
Bro, when I think about it, like, you know, like I dropped out of high school. You know, like, because I was like, I got a record deal with Interscope Records. I'm gonna go make a record with like the dude that did like Disturbed albums and shit. Like I'm betting all my fucking money on this. And like, but at the same time, like I knew that like if it ends the next day, like I better have just gone out there and done everything I wanted to do. Like really just have the experience, because like regardless of anything, I was like, yo, I can always go back and get an education like I did. Like, I was like, I can always, there's time to get like a job and fucking all that stuff. Like, let me just go and like how many people ever get a chance to do that?
Exactly.
And that was like always my big thing was like, it's a 1 in a million chance. And like, when you get it, like fucking go for it. Like there's going to be good days. There's going to be really terrible days. And like, you have to go through it. Like, because if that's what you want, like and that's for anything in life. Like if it's something you really want, like put everything into it. Worst case scenario, you did your fucking best, even if you got a taste of it for a second, but like, you know, you have to do it. That's if you want it.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree with that, man. Because like I mentioned earlier, you know how I used to make music with my boy Gianni, and we tried for a long time to put our shit out there. We even put our shit on iTunes and shit. And you know, obviously we never make it. I'm here doing a fucking sports show with Edwin, but
it's okay. I'm here too.
Yeah. But there was, you know, we did 2 shows at White Room. Remember White Room?
Yeah.
So we did 2 shows at White Room where we played our fucking own original music and in the middle of a set, and the fucking place was packed and people were jamming to our shit and people loved it. And that's one of the greatest feelings I've ever had in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
having somebody connect to something that you create, no matter, I mean, hell, even just like what you guys do here, like this is your thing. Like,
yeah.
I mean, obviously it didn't invent podcasting, but like, we
meant to do it right.
Yeah, but like what you guys do, like you're doing it how you want to do it. You have your own vision towards it, and like people watch and they appreciate it. And like, what's better than getting to be like, I had a fucking idea and people cared, you know, like, and people listen, even if it's just like, you know, it doesn't matter like on what the scale is. Like there's an appreciation for the art you put out there, and like it's just the coolest thing in the world to be able to do that.
Hell yeah, man.
Nah, I dig it, man. Because for me, obviously, doing this has been something I wanted to do from my time in the Navy. I had an idea for like, I wanted to do something like, I didn't know what it was, if it was a website or podcasting wasn't even a thing, but I knew I wanted to do something and connect with other people with sports. I was like, that's my thing. And it took a while, but again, I went all out in it. And, you know, here I am. And Gus and I, we've been fortunate to cover major sporting events and be a part of a lot of crazy stuff. I've never been on stage and performed like you guys have, which, goddamn, that's fucking cool, bro. You know, Gus, having people jam out to his music, whether it's 5 people or 500 people, it doesn't matter. I mean, you've played, what's the biggest, like, show you've played? Like, where's the, like, when you looked out in the crowd and you're just like, holy crap, dude.
Biggest show that I played is probably, it's funny, I got like all these like tour laminates. I'm like, which one? I'm trying to, probably
my press credentials right there.
Yeah, my man. I think the biggest crowd I've ever played to had to be Download Festival in 2008. We opened the main stage that year.
Nice.
Which was like, it was our first time playing Download. Like we were on the heavy hitter stage. Like that night was headlined by like Kiss on our stage with like Judas Priest before them. Like
shit.
Yeah, and like
where was that?
Where's Download at?
England, just outside like Donington Park. I want to say like it's kind of tough to gauge like exactly how many, because like that area like for the main stage holds like 300 or 400,000 people.
Whoa.
Damn.
But like I mean, we went on, you know, we played at like whatever, like 3:00 or whatever, but like, you know, the festival grounds open at 10 a.m. so we probably played like definitely over 100,000 people.
That's fucking sick.
Like there's
amazing,
a certain point
man.
where like you look out and you cannot see, and like I already can't see more because like I'm not wearing glasses on stage, but like there's no end, and like there's
literally
like
a sea of people, huh?
Yeah, and there's like that weird fulfilling feeling when like, you know, like the first, I think the song we opened with, or maybe the second song, like there's a break and I would get everyone like clap along or some shit, and watching that whole sea of people do what I wanted them to do is this like, it's humbling and really empowering, because first you're like, I can make you do whatever I want you to do right now. but the reality is like they're really just showing you like respect by vibing with you, and like, and you realize how small you are when you realize like how many people are doing it. You're just like, I'm just like, I'm a fucking weird kid who, you know, still runs around at the mall, at like Dadeland Mall on a Sunday because I'm bored. You know what I mean? Like, And here I am making all these English kids clap their fucking hands.
Dude, that's fucking cool, man.
It's super dope, man.
And how old are you in 2008?
I would have been 19 years old.
19 fucking years old, dude.
Yeah, I don't remember that night very well.
Fucking bet, bro.
Hell yeah, dude. So you guys, you got signed, or Black Tide got signed, and you were how old? Like what? 18?
17.
17?
Wow.
And the lead singer is even younger. How old was he when you guys got signed?
He was 13.
Dude,
holy shit!
Kidding me, bro.
He was 13. Our guitar player at the time, Alex, was 16. I was 17, and our drummer was also 17.
Dude, you like
that's nuts.
We're fucking kids, dude.
You guys are fucking kids, bro. Just kids out there. And what I liked, I mean, I didn't, like I said, I met you like right after you guys signed and stuff like that, and took off. But I look back and I see like videos of you guys performing and everything, and bro, like that fucking look that you guys had, bro, was so metal as fuck. You guys are all wearing your leather jackets, long hair, and just fucking, you know,
jeans that are way too tight,
tight ass, skinny ass jeans, you know, with your fucking.
I still wear them.
Oh yeah, that's one thing that's always been a constant throughout the years of that I've known you. But it's just it's like I look at it and I'm just like, man, yo, these kids were like metal as fuck. Like I was never that cool at any point in my life, and you exceeded that at like 17, 16 years old, you know.
Which is funny because I can honestly tell you now, through all of that, through like everything in high school, being an adult, like I am still so fucking far from what I would ever call cool, especially then. Like the cool kids do not wear the same shitty ripped skinny jeans every day. The Converse they won't change, refuses to cut their hair, and if it doesn't sound like a certain genre, then fuck it. Like there's nothing cool about like who. Oh, it's like what I did was cool. Who I was, far from it.
Nah.
What's funny is the cool kids in high school end up not being cool as adults. They end up being like, you know, they get pregnant really early and they fucking become real estate agents or some shit like that. Like, you know what? Those are the cool kids. Those are the cool kids, bro. Fuck those kids.
Yeah. I'm so bummed I didn't go to my 10-year.
Sorry if you're a real estate agent and you're watching our show.
Dude, I just had my well, I didn't have it. They didn't do it, and they weren't going to do it with the COVID thing. But my 20-year anniversary just passed. So,
Jesus, I was, bro. I legitimately, the reason I couldn't make it. Well, I didn't think I was going to make it to my 10-year one because I was on tour, and like, actually ended up flying in the day of it, but like. I didn't go because I was like, cool kids peak at 20. I beg to differ. I peaked at 18. But like, I was so bummed because I really wanted to go because like I knew most of the people that were going to be there. And I really wanted to hear where their lives were at just so that they could be like, so what do you do? And I could be like, the exact same thing I've always done.
Yeah.
Like, I really wanted to be that guy. And I'm bummed I didn't get a chance to do it. But at the same time, I didn't need to go bragging about like how I didn't grow up. I've been a professional teenager my entire fucking life. Like,
that's the dream, bro. That's the dream.
Bro. I ain't hating, bro, man.
Ask any kid when he's a little kid what they want to be when they grow up. It's you know, I want to be a fucking rock star. I want to be an athlete. You know, what do athletes do? They play fucking children's games.
Yeah,
at a professional level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's the dream, bro.
You grow up playing basketball in the park, and one day you're getting paid fucking, you know, $6 million a year to play basketball.
Nah, $6 million on the generous side. But anyway, let me ask you. So you're killing it. You guys are blowing up. You guys did Ozzfest. You did Warped Tour. You're doing all these things. Mayhem, like where I saw you perform at. Everything's going great, but then. You know, it ends. You guys end up breaking up. You go your different ways, and then you move on to your next evolution.
Well, hold on. So the breakup thing, just to clarify.
Okay.
So at the start of 2012, Interscope Records liquidated their rock department.
Okay.
So it wasn't only us. It was like us, Marilyn Manson, Nine Inch Nails. Like anybody who was in the rock department at Interscope, gone. Like everybody who worked in it got fired.
Shit. Does that mean if you had a contract with Interscope, your contract was up and you could sign with somebody else?
Yeah, and like anybody who was like probably owed money got bought out, but like we weren't, because we delivered a second record for them that didn't do as well as they had hoped. So they were like, later. But like, so like we literally did like did we do one more show? 2 more shows? We did like, or we did a festival show in Mexico City that was like dope because we were like a headliner, which was dumb. But like, we did that and like I flew home and I moved to Orlando, and then I didn't know that like I wasn't with that band anymore.
Oh shit! Okay.
And I showed up where they were recording an EP that was terrible with my money.
Fuck.
Oh damn, dude. Okay.
We've since we all since reconciled. Like
Okay.
It's all cool. Nobody was sued, although I probably
Could have been.
I'm just saying there was how many figures? It wasn't 6. There was 5 figures that didn't end up in my pocket, but regardless,
dude.
that's hey, you know what? Fuck it. Like who
Hey,
cares? It's
bro.
money.
Yeah. It's like all of a sudden one day I show up on the podcast and Gus is like, "What are you doing here, bro?"
Yeah. Wait, why are the passwords different? What's
Yeah.
the password? I'm like, block.
That's
Block
dude.
the
That's
number.
literally what happened. Like one day you go to like check the messages on the Facebook, and you're like, why can't I get in?
Damn.
Wow.
Nobody would pick up their phones, and they're like, oh, we tried to call you. I'm like, did you? Like, I didn't see that.
Didn't see
But-
none of that.
It's in the past. But
All right.
so then I went on like a period where I didn't do. I was like doing stuff like at home musically, but I wasn't touring. I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah.
Because essentially, in my mind, and like most people's, I had my big shot. I took it. It ran its course for years. And that's it. Like, then you move on. And I was always like, cool, if this is done when I'm 25, like, I'll go to college and I'll get a degree and I'll start a different career. Like, cool, I shot my shot.
Yeah.
And then, like I was saying before, like, you know, like, lightning strikes once, like, you get that 1 in a million shot. I somehow got it twice.
So how did that come about? Like, how did you end up hooking up with Falling in Reverse?
So it kind of goes back like a few years. Like when I was in Black Tide, the drummer who ended up becoming the drummer in Falling in Reverse, like we had some mutual friends, and like I'd met him a handful of times through the years. Like we were Facebook friends, but like not like real friends.
Yeah.
And so the summer of 2014, my friend Max was playing bass for them. And I was like, that's so cool. I'm so happy to see that dude is back to touring, because he had stopped touring as well. And then like, you know, just like whatever, like a few months went by and I saw like a picture of their next tour. And I was like, that's not Max on bass. What the fuck? So I hit up my boy who was the drummer and I was like, hey man, is Max all right? Like, what's going on? And he kind of like, you know, told me like, you know, all the shit and stuff. And I was like, damn dude, that sucks. And like, he had like made a joke because somebody had suggested me multiple times through the years to go play for them. He had like said something along the lines of like, it sucks that you don't want to tour anymore because you'd probably be perfect for this. And of course, like, I was just like, who says I don't want to tour anymore, man?
Yeah.
And he was like, wait, seriously? And I was like, yeah, dude. I was like, I'm not like retired. Like, I just don't have a band to play in. And so like, he was like, well, he's like, let me see what's going on. Because I guess they weren't happy with their current bass player. So I came out and saw them at a show in Orlando. And I hung out with them like pretty much all day. Like, I hung out with them, caught the vibe. I listened to like the next record that they weren't putting out for like, I don't know, like 3 months or some shit like that. And, you know, I hung out with like Ronnie and like, it was really cool. And everyone was nice. And like, I was like, yo, like their next record sounds awesome. I hadn't really listened to them prior. Like I'd heard the singles and like watched my friend posted videos. Cause I'm like, I'm going to support my boy. And yeah, like literally I got like a text message one day that was like, hey man, so do you want to come to Europe and Australia with us? And I was like, yeah, I do.
Europe, Australia,
Yeah.
we have some time.
But like,
who knows?
And then
Right.
that other guy couldn't check his Facebook messages.
Right. So like, but like, here's the thing: is like going into that, like, especially knowing that like they'd gone through a few bass players, like I was kind of like, yo, I'm gonna go do this one tour, and I might not get called for the next one, you know, like,
Yeah.
because like at that point, like, you know, I'm a hired gun, like, I'm gonna show up, I'm gonna do my job, I'm gonna hang out, I'm gonna be like, you know, the dude in a good mood all the time, like that's my go-to motto, as terrible as it is. But I was like, let me just like show up and like be the best me I can be. And we did that tour and, you know, we finished it, hugs, all right, cool, see you around. And then like get a text, you know, there was some like 8 weeks off or 6 weeks off between that and the next tour. And it was like, hey man, like, just want to give you an idea of what the set list is going to be on the next tour. Like, we're going to do all this and this and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and I was like, all right, cool, sick. Like, all right, I'm on it. Let me know when to fly out.
Yeah.
And, you know, before you know it, like, then I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I went to
videos and
like we shot a video, and then like, you know, we went to South America that year, and just, you know, toured pretty extensively, like, you know, which I got to do for a while. I got to do everything from like headline venues that I never like dreamt that I was going to get to do.
You got to
there's that green hair,
bro.
There it is, man. That's a good look, though. It's not bad.
Nah, it worked for me. But like, yeah, dude, like it's like I literally got to like two of my favorite like bucket list venues to be a headliner at were the Wiltern in Los Angeles and the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York.
Oh shit!
And like literally at the beginning of 2017, like I think it was the second show of the tour, we headlined at the Wiltern, and like 2.5-3 weeks later, like we headlined at the Hammerstein Ballroom.
Nice.
And they were venues that I'm not kidding. 10 years prior, I was the first of 4 bands playing for 25 minutes, opening for Avenged Sevenfold, headlining those rooms.
Shit, dude.
And like I had like this really awesome like moment because the manager who managed Black Tide managed one of the opening bands, and like I remember, and like me and him both remember this really well because I remember he came out to the show at the Hammerstein when we opened for Avenged Sevenfold, and I was like, bro, how long till Black Tide or how long till I get to like headline in this venue? And he was like, well, like 10 years. He's like, that's how long it takes. And like he was at the New York show, and I distinctly remember he came up to me and gave me a hug, and he just went, told you it would take 10 years. And I was like, fuck you, dude. Oh my God. Like he called it.
Awesome. Yeah.
And I was already on like this new appreciation of life at that point. Cause like I'd gotten like sober and clean. Like, you know, I went to rehab, which was fun. Like, you know,
damn, how long was that?
Like, how was that, or how long ago?
How long was the rehab?
Let's see. I was there. I just went for like detox, and I was like inpatient for, I think I was there for all of like 10 days.
Okay.
And then I got out and was like, fuck this. I got to go to some meetings and like get my life in order. And that'll be 4 years, August 15th.
That's what's up, dude.
Nice.
Yeah. Which is weird because like, I mean, God, you guys have grown up with me. I was the dude who was, I'd show up with the 4 Loko can at the soccer field or the bottle of OE. Like,
yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, I just raged and that was like, at the time it was fun, but like, you know, of course, as I got older, like when you're like 25 and 26 and trying to jump on the bar,
yeah,
it's not as, and I don't even want to think what that'd be like now, like I'm 32, like, dude, I can't do it.
Dude,
I know people who can, but I can't.
I shotgunned that beer last week on the show, and I almost died afterwards, bro. Like, as soon as we cut away, as soon as we stopped the stream, which was right after I finished it, when you watch the video, you see me. I was like, I didn't know what happened, and I had this bubble here, and I was like, oh my God, I haven't done this in like 15 years. I can't do this, and I ran out, and I told Gus, I'll talk to you later. And like 10 minutes later, I told Gus, I'm like, dude, I burped. It finally came out. I feel a lot better.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Like, here I am, you know, at this age. Bro, how old am I? 38 now.
Yeah,
I think. And, you know, like my body just can't handle that kind of shit that I used to do, like, you know, for fun back in the day. So,
And bro, and like yeah, Rose, like I started like partying hard when I was like 13.
Yeah, you're fucking way harder than I.
Like yeah, like I was doing drugs recreationally at by the time I was 15, like on a daily basis.
Oh shit.
And you know, like I would never trade any of those experiences and like all the ridiculous shit I ever did, but like you know, I'd much like I'm happy I got to go to Russia with a clear head and run around Moscow. Like I'm happy I got to do that, because if I was just there and hammered, I'd be like, yeah, I went to Moscow and drank vodka till I passed out. Like,
yeah,
that's not gonna be fun, dude. Like it'd be cool to say I did it, but like instead I'm like, yo, I got to like wander the streets where like my lineage is from and go eat like authentic Russian food at like a really cool place. And
what is authentic Russian food?
Well, in Mother Russia, you have many choices.
I'm trying to think. I had
Russia eats you. That's
yeah. Dude, I would move there in a heartbeat. I swear to God, I would move there.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, like I had the best borscht that I've ever had.
What's borscht?
It's like what is it? It's kind of like a stew that's made from like beets.
Okay.
It's really fucking good. Like you put sour cream in it, and there's like onions, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah,
like
that sounds pretty good.
I had this like crackling pork stuff. Like I don't even know exactly what it was, but it was phenomenal. Like, yeah, there's a point where like you're looking at the guy and you're like, I don't know what to eat, man, and he's just like, this. I'm like, I'll take all of it.
Yeah, just line it up, man. I'll go down the row.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, for those of you watching, man, thank you so much for continuing to participate. Guys, feel free to, if you got any questions for Zakk, any questions for us, tell us what you're drinking, get the comments going, get the chat there happening and popping, man. Anything you guys want to talk about, bring it up there. Even if you got a sports question, man, we'll ask Zakk, our sports expert, to answer it.
I watch sports stuff.
I have a sports question for you, actually.
Oh,
what's your favorite sports venue that you've played at, or that you like to play at? Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like how many like sporting venues I've played at. Because like, well, no, it's funny. Like Hammerstein Ballroom, that one venue is like they used to host like ECW, pro wrestling events there,
That's
which
funny.
is dope. But that's not real. It's a sport. It's a sport like gymnastics.
It's real, damn it, right?
Yeah, it's a sport like gymnastics is a sport. That's such a
it is, dude. It's like gymnastics, ballet, wrestling, and theater. But I mean, like I've gotten to play like a lot of arenas. So I guess that's cool. I'm trying to think. I mean, honestly, the coolest one that I've gotten to play at that like meant something was probably when we did that Iron Maiden show at
in Tampa. Was that the Raymond James?
Not the Tampa one. That was the one, where the Lightning play.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. That was the.
But no, the Fort Lauderdale one. I don't even know what it's called now. But I'm sure.
With
BB&T.
BB&T.
Yeah, BB&T. See, I remember it was like the National Car Rental Center.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
First time I ever went there was to watch wrestling, of all things. You know what I'm saying?
I think the first thing I ever went there might have been.
Evan and I went to the National Car Rental Center and we watched The Rock come home to Miami together.
That's what I'm talking about, dude.
Nice.
But yeah, like I think that's probably like, as far as like sporting events, like that's a really cool one. I'm a little bummed I never got to play it like the AAA, but you know, it's all right.
Dolphin Stadium, some big football stadium like that.
I mean, dude, one of the venue that we headlined in Mexico City was like some really famous like soccer stadium.
Oh, the Azteca.
I have no idea. There's so many soccer stadiums there. I would never be able to tell you which one it was.
It's probably Azteca, man. If
it's Mexico City,
if it's Mexico City, you probably rock there, dude. All right, let's get to know Zakk a little bit. Let's do some rapid fire here, bro. What was your favorite band when you started Black Tide? Like at that point in your life when you were, 15 years old, what was, if you asked that Zakk, what was his favorite band or his favorite bands? Give me a couple. Give me that you would have named back then.
At the time, a few of them haven't changed because like The Doors and like Bruce Springsteen will always be up there.
Okay.
At the time though, like Avenged Sevenfold had City of Evil out, so I was listening to that religiously.
All right.
So probably them, Metallica, Iron Maiden. And there's always that weird part of me that loved like Tegan and Sarah. So like they snuck in there. So like really awesome melodic heavy metal, and then like twin sister folk pop music.
Little Ace of Base or something in there, throw it in there while you're at it.
Yeah, like I loved everything, but like that's probably like what my iPod looked like at the time.
Okay, all right. So now,
and the band Fair to Midland, because they don't exist anymore.
Fast forward now in 2020. What are some of your favorite bands right now?
Pretty much the same. No, I'm trying to think. A daily playlist for me. Jason Isbell is always a big one. He's the homie, and I love his music. Don Broco, I listen to a lot. I think you two would both love them.
Okay.
Ghost is phenomenal. They're just one of the best metal bands in the world. I don't care what anybody says. So go listen to Ghost. Kill Switch Engage is always up there. I listen to them a lot.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I feel like there's like one more that I'm probably forgetting, but like, shit, who knows?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite band toured with? Oh my god, I've literally gotten to tour with my heroes. Like, that's so fucked up. Like, like I literally have gotten to tour with Avenged Sevenfold and like, and Bullet for My Valentine, and who the fuck else have I toured with? I mean, I've toured with
Iron Maiden
and shit. Yeah, I've done dates with Iron Maiden. I toured with Ozzy Osbourne. Like, you know, to narrow it down, like, you know, one of my favorite. But like, I'll say like the overall camaraderie and like just people being genuinely nice. Like the dudes in Bullet for My Valentine and Avenged Sevenfold both like took us in and were just the nicest dudes. Like, I'm still friends with all those dudes now. Like, it's the coolest fucking thing in the world to have those people that like you just looked up to, and they're like, hey man, come hang out on the bus, or like, hey, what are you doing? Let's go. Like, hey, you're getting food there, let's go. Like, that's just the coolest shit in the world to be able to forge those relationships with.
That's tight, dude. We got some Ghost fans here. Ghost, Evan.
Because they're amazing, man.
I honestly, I don't even know who they are, dude.
Oh my god, we gotta educate you.
But
I'm
hey,
gonna have to
you introduced me to Matt, and Nick. You know, that same day I was already downloading Trivium and shit. So you know, I'm good for it. I love Avenged. Funny thing about Avenged, man. I know you're a big fan, and a lot of our friends are diehard fans of them. And I have tried, bro. I've really, really tried to get into it, to enjoy it. I even went the tour that I saw you play in Tampa. I think Avenged played that.
Yeah, they were the headliners on that.
They were the headliners. Okay, so I went. I watched you. I watched you perform. You guys killed it, by the way better than Avenged. But then we saw Avenged, and
they've got pyro.
I know they did. The production quality was intense, and I like this, and I like it. But I'll be honest, I've tried. I even back in the day, I made mix CDs with their music, and I made playlists, and I really gave it. That's one band it's really weird to say, but I really tried to immerse myself in it, and I could not get into it. There's a few songs that I like, but it just never clicked for me.
Just because an artist is like popular or big or like, you know, 100,000 people buy their album or 1 million people buy their album doesn't mean you gotta like it. Like, and that is kind of like the beauty in music is like you're not gonna like everything. And like some of my favorite bands are bands that people don't even know or care about because like they don't exist anymore. They're around for 4 years and they didn't sell records and like, but that's like great. Who's that?
Jimmy Eat World.
Jimmy Eat World's massive, and I love that band. I just saw them like 2 years ago.
Oh, I saw them in December, and the last time I had seen them, well, I saw them a couple years ago before that, but the first time I saw them was in almost 20 years ago. And
Jesus,
he is still phenomenal. The voice was beautiful. Everything. I love that.
And he like hasn't aged at all.
Oh, nothing. And then look. If you look right up there, that's my autographed Jimmy Eat World vinyl.
That's dope.
That's my jam right there, bro. So I got that when I was up in Orlando with Gus covering the Pro Bowl. We stopped at a vinyl store and I was like, and they had an autographed copy of the latest album, and I'm like, wait,
did you go to? Hold on, I'll know which place you went. It was in Orlando, right?
Yeah.
It was like in a strip mall kind of thing, like a little tiny one.
It was pretty big.
No, that place is the whole strip mall is tiny.
Yeah.
It's not called like Park Avenue CDs or something like that.
I think Park Avenue. I think that's what it was.
That was my go-to.
Yeah. Nice. That's a pretty decent record store.
Yeah, and there's a good sushi place like right next to it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, actually, I remember because John took us there. John, we were going somewhere and we're like, we're actually going to eat or something, and then we stopped. And we checked it out. But yeah, dude, that's my Jimmy. I love Jimmy. I mean, I like a lot of different music and shit like that. But has it ever happened to you though that you try? Like, is there been a band or a musical act that you really, really tried to get into, and you really felt like you gave it an A+ effort, but at the end of the day, you were like,
The Beatles.
The Beatles.
The Beatles.
I can't.
Not the Beatles.
That's another one with me.
I'm trying to think like who was like a band that just like no matter what. You know what? And I don't think I'll ever like really like them as a band.
Limp Bizkit?
Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh. Okay.
Like they blew the fuck up. They're huge.
Yeah.
And like, dude, like they used to go on before us every day in like 2008 on Mayhem. Wow. And like, as they've gotten bigger and more popular, like I've tried to listen to them and it doesn't do it for me. Like them, like Godsmack, it never clicked with me.
Oh, I'm not going to show you the tattoo I have on my back then.
No, I know about it. But like those bands, like they're huge. And like I've listened to the records and like even from now, I'll end up on like, I'll listen to like some like, you know, hard rock playlist on like on Apple Music. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, I don't get it, man. Like it doesn't work for me. And that's fine. Like, you know, who am I to judge? Like they do their thing.
Yeah.
But I'd listen to Nickelback over fucking Five Finger Death Punch any day.
Bro, wow. Nickelback, bro.
That dude can write some songs.
Bro. Like I saw
and Chad Kroger's the coolest fucking dude ever.
Yeah, have you legit met Nickelback or have you had the chance to
Dude, I went to have tacos with him at 4 a.m. in Chicago.
Nice.
We jammed Van Halen at the studio. Like he played drums, I played guitar, and I think my old guitar player played bass. We jammed Van Halen songs. Then he listened to our whole Black Tide record before it came out. Ripped off a name that we were gonna call ourselves before we were called Black Tide to name one of his records. And then he took us for Mexican food at like 4 or 5 in the morning. And then like I didn't see that dude again for like 6 years or something, or like 5 years. And he was like, "Oh, like it's nice to see you guys again. Remember that taco joint we went to?" And it's like, the fuck? Okay.
Yo, you fucking kicked it with Chad Kroger of Nickelback, bro.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool, bro. That's like some of the coolest shit you've said.
But it's so random and weird.
Yeah,
like, dude, some of the people I've gotten to like meet and like, even if it's just like that one crazy fucking night, I'm just like, that's so weird, but okay. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, I recently, last summer, I worked for the Deftones for a few days.
Okay.
And like, dude, like one of my favorite bands. And I'm literally just, I really like Five Finger Death. Very nice guys too. And everybody's got entitled to their opinions.
Chris Hahn will fight you.
Fuck Chris Hahn. Chris Hahn saved me a lot though in my life. Chris Hahn's picked me up like on the street at 6 a.m. because I'm walking down US 1 because I don't even know how, like, because I ditched a cab from South Beach or something and needed to be rescued.
What was that? What was that bar across the street from Sandwichery that you liked?
The Deuce, bro. Don't you talk shit.
I always forget the name of the Deuce. God damn it.
Max Club Deuce. It's the oldest bar in South Beach. And it's the greatest. It hasn't been redesigned in like 40 years. Mangy dogs. And from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. it's 2 for 1.
Oh, damn. Not bad.
7 a.m., dude.
That's a good time.
I've been there a lot at 7 a.m.
You know, it's funny. You said Chris Hahn is your angel that picked you up at 6 a.m. Yeah. My angel is John Wilbur. Shout out to John Wilbur if he's listening. He's my angel. He's picked me up at like 6 a.m. a couple of times too. And
he's picked me up at 3 a.m.
I've never needed to pick up at 3. It's always been 6 or 7 a.m.
Yeah.
John picked me up. I've crashed on the floor of his bedroom a couple of times because I just, and then just had to figure it out the next day.
I know I have before because I distinctly remember one night going to Zeke's when that place was still open on Lincoln Road.
Yeah.
And I remember everyone found me because I somehow escaped through a pizza shop. And everyone just found me sleeping on his car when they got back to the garage. And I woke up and I was in his house.
Yeah. I was there that night. I remember you were gone, and I'm like,
right.
where's this guy at? And then I left because I didn't ride with you guys, and I left. And then John texted me. He's like, "Yo, we found him on the car. He's okay." And I'm like, "All right, he's all right then." So
I always made it home, bro.
Yeah. I think one time I saw you on the floor of the parking lot by the ale house in Kendall, like kind of half underneath the car and half not. And I'm like, "Yo, is he all right?" And he's like, "Yeah, at least he's here. He hasn't run off." Because that was that's the Zakk special, like everything's good. And then all of a sudden he turns into Jim Halpern and just makes, it's the first one to exit. And then you can't find him anymore. But
it's probably, the reality is, like, at the time it was either because I was like, what else is out here? Like, I went to a bar one time with like Chris Hahn and like somehow ended up on the roof. Like nobody knows how. Because I just like walk through kitchens and like ignore everybody. Like the kind of shit that now if I heard somebody did it, I'd be pissed. But like usually it was either because like I was like, I got to go explore, or I was like, oh, these guys can't know that my dealer is here and I'm gonna go meet up with him right now. And then I'm gonna go somewhere else.
I think it was definitely more. Man. But let me okay, you're going back to you're hanging out with Chad Kroger, you're eating tacos. Who is the coolest, or you know what? Let's do this. Do a little subtle name drop here. What's the coolest contact you have on your phone right now that would surprise Gus and I?
That would surprise you?
Yeah, that we wouldn't think you'd be friends with or have that kind of an intel. We're not going to ask you for it, but just take you at your word.
The problem is I can't reveal it.
It's that juicy, huh?
Because Wayne Brady.
Because of the circumstances of how I know this person. And we have literally like no relationship. There was like 5 text messages and saw him around a lot when I was in LA, and like that was it.
Okay, well you print them out and put it in a frame in your house, bro. So remember the conversation.
Nah, because it was like irrelevant. But like the reason we became friends was because he thought it was funny that I still have a Blockbuster card.
Oh, okay. That's
he literally
still have the card.
I'll make it even better. I've got 2 of them.
What? One of them is still active. So that only Blockbuster in Alaska.
Oh wait, yeah. What's the back address?
Well, one of them's Florida and one of them's Alabama. But it's funny because the Alabama one was like my mom's that she gave to me when we moved to Florida so I could rent videos. And then eventually when I lived in Chicago, I had to get a Blockbuster card because I didn't know where this one was. And because I wasn't the name on the account, they wouldn't just give me one.
Yeah, you just pulled out not one, but 2 Blockbuster cards out of your wallet or whatever you got there on command there, dude. That's nice.
It's my fancy black Coach wallet.
Oh, we got some guesses here as to who that contact is. Is it Kanye? It's Kanye. I think it's Kanye.
Fuck it. No, because if it was, I'd be sending him text messages like, dude, stop. Hold on, let me grab a phone charger real quick because I just realized I hit 17%. Okay. Give me 1 second.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I think it's Ozzy. Gus, let's keep speculating.
You think it's Ozzy? You know what? It's got to be somebody that he met at one of his meetings. That's why he can't reveal who it is.
Ooh, see, Gus is playing, he's connecting the lines and the dots here, and
so who do we
to the conclusion?
Who do we know that has gone to those meetings?
I don't know, but man, look at that back wall there with all the pass. Maybe I should do that with all my credentials.
You should, yeah, get them.
That looks kind of nice, bro. That frame you got back there looks tight.
I don't think he can hear you yet.
No? That looks
Maybe
good.
he can.
Oh, I can't hear him.
We can't hear you.
We don't hear you, bro.
There you go. Well, nope, still.
I think you turned off your headphones or your mic or something.
You probably disconnected from your pods.
Yeah, your pods. We're using that. Uh-oh. Oh, let's zoom in on Zakk as he tries to figure it out.
Maybe
my name is Zakk.
Turn.
I don't know. I love pee-pee.
Maybe you should disconnect from Bluetooth.
Oh, there it is. Now that's
Ah.
the mic.
All right, so you hear me now.
Yes.
Now we hear you.
Your
yeah.
mic is there.
Bro, this makes no sense. When I plug in my headphones, I have a mic.
Yep.
Like, you hear me. But if I unplug it and I can hear you, you can't hear me.
Nope.
Oh. Well, that's right. You can't charge your
Let's go ahead,
headphones.
Steph.
You can't charge your phone while. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, we lost him.
We lost him. His phone died.
Hold on, wait. Let's look at his stream, dude. Yo, that's pretty fucking cool, bro.
That is badass.
Detroit knows how to fucking show up. That's kind of a big deal. Look at that, bro. Gus, did it look like that at that club you played when you were DJing? It was bigger, right?
There was like 100 people.
It was 100 more people than this, right? Right, Gus?
Oh yeah, for sure.
There you go. All right, and he's back. There we go.
All right.
All right, does it work now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
What the fuck? I literally actually it's funny. I wasn't trying to click leave, but I did, and when I like logged back on, it was like, okay, your phone microphone works now.
Yeah. Well, I think it's whichever one registers first when you first log on. The software rep gets it. But I'll tell you what, that mic little heads thing that you had was sounding real nice, bro.
Well, you know. Then my phone started dying.
It's that good musician quality there. Oh, so give us a little peek there of what you got in the back. I see some guitars. Damn.
Yeah. So display of most of my laminates from tours. Not all of them because they don't all fit, and I didn't want 2 of them. Over here, I've got like a bunch of concert tickets. My man's got a little guitar there.
This is my
is that
Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero?
Guitar.
Wait a minute. Which game is Falling in Reverse in? Is it Guitar Hero or Rock Band?
Oh no, Black Tide was in Rock Band.
Oh, Black Tide is in Rock Band. Falling in Reverse is not in those.
I don't think do they still make those games? I don't even know. I don't even know if they're hot anymore. But yeah, that is cool, man. If you ever played the old Rock Band games, I've fucking played out and rocked out to Black Tide songs. So that was always
failed those.
They're fucking hard, bro.
I've got a bunch of like my guitars, like some custom made basses, some guitars that were made for me. Like, I've got some cool shit. My favorite thing that I have, I don't know if Pedro watches this shit, but one of my favorite basses has
that's nice.
That's pretty. That's very nice. Wait,
all right.
Did you meet Prince?
Huh?
Have you gotten a chance to meet Prince? Did you get a chance to meet Prince?
No.
Oh.
He was one of those unattainable people. Like,
unattainable.
I mean, I met Dave Grohl. I thought he was unattainable until I realized that if you just go to a shitty, like I went to the Viper Room on a Tuesday once in LA to see a friend's band play, and I wound up like talking shit with Dave Grohl because he was there in a crowd of, like 15 people.
Shit.
He's just the nicest dude ever.
That's fucking cool, dude. Now I'm fanboying. Now I'm being that like, oh my god, that's awesome. It's Zakk from Black Tide. He met Dave Grohl. Ah!
He's definitely the best Satan ever.
The best what?
100%.
The best Satan, yeah.
Yeah, he was Satan. But yeah, I mean, like, dude, like name dropping like people I've met, like it's cool and all, but like most of them were under like not circumstances you would think, or like it's just like, oh yeah, cool, like randomly met Tom Morello because he walked into the wrong studio.
Oh,
that's awesome. I love Rage, man. Rage Against the Machine is probably my favorite band of all time.
I would have flipped. Ah! Yeah.
I met Robert Plant from Led Zeppelin by accident.
Oh shit, that's pretty fucking cool.
That's cool.
In Australia, of all places.
I'm not a fan, but that's cool. That's another one.
Like I was getting coffee and like he was playing in town as well, but like, you know, obviously we were in very different worlds. Mm-hmm. And like I literally went to this like little area that had like random shops in this coffee place, and this dude like was like, "Excuse me," and I was like, "Oh, okay," and I like turned to my left, and it's fucking Robert Plant. I just smiled at him, and I was like,
Robert Plant gets 3 emojis.
Yeah, I was like, dude, this is really cool. And he just smiled and went, yeah, it is. He was like,
you should have said, it's really
like,
cool for you to meet me. You know?
Yeah, right. Yeah, like, you should be so honored.
Huh?
But like, yeah, like, and I immediately like called my mom because that's like what you do. But at the same time, I was like, this phone call's costing me a lot of money right now.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you this.
That was before the days of WhatsApp.
Yeah, dude.
No,
game,
WhatsApp existed. This was the beginning. This was like 2018.
What? Then why didn't you call your mom through WhatsApp?
Yeah, dude. What's up with
Because
that?
she doesn't. I don't know, man. I don't even know if she has one. I would have peed my pants from last 3 names right now.
Yeah.
I pee my pants just from like not wanting to get up. You get all comfy in bed. The dog's in the other room.
Edwin, over under of how many times Zakk has peed his pants?
Oh, I'll put it at it's easily in the double digits. I think the question is it in the triple?
Hold on, wait. No. We're talking since the ages of like 8.
Since
adolescence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it's definitely in the double figures.
Okay.
Double digits, yeah.
What do you think there, Gus?
Oh, I would definitely go at least 10. I mean, come on.
All right, you want to really laugh?
Bro, I'm scared.
Oh, no. Like,
Bro.
You never peed yourself?
You know why? No, because you guys have been there. Like, it didn't
You
matter.
just-
if I was at a party or some shit, I would just be like, I'm peeing right here. Like,
that's true.
Fair point.
I wore the same pants every day for like 3 weeks, dude. You can't piss in those.
No. That's
And
true.
it's not because I didn't have pants. It was because I didn't want to take them off.
Anyone who's met you at least 5 times has seen your penis. Maybe not anymore. Maybe not anymore, but there was a time
from
when
like 2008 to like 2012.
Yeah.
I think so.
Like, if we were at a party or like if I was just in your car, like
Yeah.
it was probably gonna happen. I'm not entirely proud of it, but like
But you know what? You're not the only one of our friends that's like that. So what does that say about our group?
Yeah, that's the fucked up part. Yeah, that's the most accurate shit Gus said. He's not the only one, and probably not even the worst one. Like it depends. Yeah, no, yeah. Oh wait, okay, I'm here. Hey, Chris.
There's Chris on.
Wait, is it 6 a.m. right now?
He's coming to save you.
Zach just flips it out and pees in the closet. Or on your Christmas tree, or
Oh.
your pool, or
Dude, that's
things are very different now for me though. Like I pay my car bill payment and like my mom and girlfriends phones and.
But dude, you know what?
It's weird.
We'll rank on Zakk and stuff like that. But hey, bro, as a guy who's watched you, you know, from oh man, I don't have that picture up right now, but from that first picture where you know you were with the long hair and you know doing a photo shoot at like Indian Hammocks Park or something. Is that where you guys did there was some pictures I saw of you guys like on a baseball field or something. It looked like somewhere in Kendall.
Black tie.
Yeah,
yeah, dude, that was like Hammocks Park.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
so
it was close.
Exactly. So as a guy who's seen you through a lot of different, you know, evolutions and things, bro. Hey, man, I'm really proud of you, buddy. Though, like you've not that I doubted it, bro. Some people it just you got to go through some shit.
I'm really interested in what you're doing now, though, with your whole.
So basically, I still I think one of my cats is trying to join. Get the fuck away from me. If he knocks over that speaker, I'm gonna lose it. I will lose it. He's going outside if that happens. But so I stopped touring at the end of 2018, and it was just gonna be like a temporary thing because I was like, you know what, like I've been on the road so long, and dude, just get out of here. That's Buddy. Say hi.
Oh, what's up?
There's a great video on my Facebook of me and him kissing. So I was just gonna take like a tour off because I was like, you know what, like I kind of want to be home. I don't want to say it was like a mental health thing, but I think it was. I'd been pretty nonstop for like 4.5, 5 years, and What's Zakk up to now? Yelling at his kid. It's not
Accurate.
my dog. But yeah, like I was just like, it's time for me to like be home for a little bit. I kind of want to focus on like writing, like establishing myself in Nashville a little bit. I don't want to say like moving into the next phase of my life, but like expanding upon what I do. And in that time, like honestly, like I got paid really well to work a stupid job, which was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Not stupid, but like, I ran a vape shop. Like, but for me, like I looked at it from the perspective of like, I stopped smoking from it. Like my mom quit smoking from it. I got my dad to quit like he doesn't smoke from it or smoke as much. Same thing with like my girl, like she doesn't smoke now. Like she vapes. Like I always looked at it as like, cool, like get off the cigarettes. So I always made that like a goal because I was like, in my weird way, I'm going to help people. But I knew that wasn't going to be a thing I did forever. I was like, they're just paying me too much money to do this right now. So I did that for a little while and I was kind of like, all right, like, I'm going to go back to touring eventually. Like, fuck this. And it was a slow year for the band anyway. So, and they were like, dude, go do you. It's cool. And then back in, was it August? My former business manager had moved to Nashville, and like he was my business manager with Black Tide and like all that stuff, and like awesome fucking human being. I love him to death. And he had told me he had moved to Nashville, that he had talked about. He mentioned to me like a year before he was thinking about moving here, and I was like, "That's so dope, dude. Whenever you're here, like let's get coffee." And he was here, and he was like, "Hey, like I'm here. Let's get coffee." So. Literally a dude who I've known since I was 18 years old, at the age of 31 or 30 at the time. Mm-hmm. We caught up a lot. Like we hadn't seen each other in about a year and it was just cool. And like in the last like 10 minutes of our conversation, he was like telling me about his new company and like the tour department. Cause it's still music business management, but like he has different departments for everything to like focus on stuff for their clients.
Yeah.
And he's like, you've been touring for over a decade and like you've tour managed, you've played, like, what it is to like be in like a shitty van with a trailer and sleeping in it, to being in the tour bus, to being flown places. Like, every aspect of that. He's like, you can relate to any musician on that level. I'm like, yeah, of course. And he was like, and that's why you should work for me. And I was like, okay. Didn't know that. I thought I was getting coffee, dude. And
that's a nice coffee.
Like it's funny, like, well, and like through like my entire life in music, I've always been interested in like the management side and the business side because that's always been interesting to me. Like knowing like how the right people are getting paid and like how the deals are made, and like I think there's something really interesting about that. And I always wanted to be a part of it, but I didn't have a degree. Like. I was a dude in a band who just asked a lot of questions, and
asked the right ones.
Apparently, and like, and lo and behold, like he was just like, I think he's like, I got to teach you how to use QuickBooks and all that shit, but like, that ain't that hard. So yeah, it's
turning. We're gonna have him run the books for us now. We know a guy now.
That's right.
You know a guy.
Hey, bro. You want to add Lemon City to your portfolio there, down in your big fancy job,
You don't want that. You don't want me handling your taxes, bro. It's gonna be a mess. But like it's always been like a side of the business that I was interested in. Like I've always had this dream of like managing bands or like working at labels like an A&R guy, and I've never had a foot in the door because any of my friends who worked in that side, they're like, yeah, dude, but like we could hire you to be like the mail boy, like. But like I was like, dude, I'm too old for that. Like,
yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong. Like that's a job you get when you're 22 and like you live at home or you're living in an apartment with 4 of your friends. Not when you have like bills and debt and all that kind of stuff. So this was my weird foot in, and it's been the amount that I've learned is just it's great that I had all this like life experience, and it's stuff that you cannot teach somebody in a classroom to do who goes into the side of the business. And at the same time, it's like, well, I can adapt in any of those environments, so I can adapt in this environment. And fortunately I have. And it's a weird journey to go from, high school dropout to a little bit of college to, I was like a manager at a Harley Davidson dealership, and fucking.
I remember running into you at in Orlando. In Orlando, weren't you working at like a Hot Topic or something for a while? Like I remember.
I was like assistant manager at a Hot Topic. That was like my first like legitimate job. Like I'd worked jobs before, like as like a waiter, but like I was paid under the table. Like that was the first time I'd like have somebody send me like a W-2 at the end of the year. Like.
Hey, but you know what? You said it. You said it best though. At the beginning of the show here, you were talking about you were a kid, you took a shot and you hit it. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes, man, you need the opportunity to take the shot. Guy took a chance on you. You wanted a chance, to get your foot in the door at something better. You saw the opportunity. You hit it, bro. And congrats, bro. You're fucking doing it.
Legitimately, like I'll never forget that. Like in 2012, when was it? I think it was in. It had to be like March or April of that year. It was when like we headlined a festival in Mexico City. Like 10,000 kids fucking showed up to watch our band. And it had to be like 60 days later, I was on my hands and knees with a fucking rag scrubbing the floors at a Panera Bread.
Man.
I forgot. Yeah, I do remember your Panera Bread days.
Yeah, like dude, me and Mark joint interviewed.
Doing as a team, lady.
Dude, we literally sat like two different people interviewed us, and we were sitting like 2 feet apart from each other. Like,
oh god.
But like you got like it's so weird to go from like I'm on top of the world to I'm getting paid $8.25 an hour to scrub floors at Panera and make sandwiches for rich people in Dr. Phillips. Like, but like to me, I'm just like, whatever, dude. That's what I gotta do. A guy's gotta eat, Like, it didn't. And even now, like, that's how I've always been. Like even when I was touring, like Falling Universe, and like living up a lifestyle. Like, I came home with the exception of 2017, when I think that's the only year I didn't have a real job, just music. But even then, like, I'd come home from tours and I'd go back to my job at Harley Davidson. I've always thought that there's something important about staying grounded and never believing your own shit, because that's great. A bunch of kids can scream for me, but like, I'm gonna come home and work and take orders and do what I gotta do, man. Like, it's a weird mentality to be in, but if you do that, like that's in the black tie days, like in the black tie days, you guys knew me. I didn't work. I woke up at 2 p.m. Everybody was getting off work or at work. I'd come probably bullshit at your jobs. Like, I'd go hang out at fucking Sears. Like, who does that? And like, and then go to the ale house at 9 o'clock at night and leave there at 2:30 in the morning. Eat Taco Bell outside, like in the hammocks area, and then go to bed at 5 a.m. And
those are some good days.
But I would do that every single day, man. I was like, because I'm a rock star. Like.
See, I feel like if I was ever, famous rock star, that's kind of like my trajectory. I don't think I'd have the discipline that you have now. Definitely, I think I'd be taking it all in. But you know what, man? There's a saying that I heard a long time ago, and it rings true today still, man. It's it's life is all about the sour and the sweet, man. You can't appreciate the sweet until you've tasted the sour, and you being on your hands and knees there, at Panera Bread, bro. That allows you. That's some sour. That's some nasty sour, but it allows you to appreciate the sweet that you're enjoying right now, bro. So,
and I mean, dude, like, you can ask like any of our friends. There were moments where it was like I didn't have a place to stay. I crashed on people's couches. I slept in my car a bunch. Like, and that was even when I was like on top of the world. Like, I literally was like the summer before going into being like one of like the top billed bands at like Warped Tour in 2016. Like. Dude, I literally slept in my car for like 5 days.
Damn.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, career-wise could have been great. Personal life was terrible and vice versa. Like, it happens. And I think it's always important. Like I said before, like, you just stay focused and try to connect to people. And like, I'm still very musically active. Like, I've been writing so many songs now.
Are you gonna? So are you still technically in Falling in Reverse? Is that, are you kind of tour them again or what?
No. I mean, so like the plan was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna take 2019 off, And then 2020 kind of hit. They did one tour that that I hadn't planned on being on, so I wasn't going to. And then COVID hit, and it was just like there. I mean, there's a bunch of stuff there, and like I'm still cool with everybody, but I mean, with today's world and touring, who knows what's gonna happen? But like it's. I like finally put it out there like a little while back where I was like, hey God, like I'm not coming back. I'm focusing on my career, like different aspects of it. And I don't want to be like one of those guys that's like, I left to go be a solo artist. Like, cause that's by no means like the plan, but I'm still like writing music and like I'll perform things on like Instagram Live just because that's what I do. Like at the heart of it, like I like to write songs and I like to play them for people. And it'd be cool to like get signed, play tours, and get paid, but like, honestly, like who cares, man? Like, what's the point in writing a song that means something to you to share with people if you're just gonna be like, well, I'm not gonna share it to you unless you give me $10. Like,
You know what you should do? I mean, if you like writing so much, Joe, we could use a remix of our, great song that you heard at the beginning. Maybe
a rock version.
Of the Lemon City Live song.
I should just write you guys like, what is it supposed to be, like a minute, like 45 seconds?
Bro. Gus will send you what we got, and you can fuck around with it and see what you like.
It's gonna be funny. You're gonna send me what you got. I'm gonna like listen to it and be like, all right, well, I'm just gonna write you this fucking power metal thing.
There you go. Do it, man. Throw some vocals. Lemon City Live. I don't know if you're a screamer, if you're a singer, whatever you like. Just throw it on there and
do all sorts of shit, man.
Okay, man. Layer it, bro. Do it. Have fun with it.
Let's
Go nuts,
have many styles I can fit in 45 seconds.
Bro, I'm all for it, bro. We'll play the shit out of it, bro. So absolutely, man. I'm all about networking and outsourcing and paying it forward, bro. So
Hey, I'll do it. That'd be fucking hilarious.
I mean, hey, we're in quarantine doing fucking podcasts on a Friday night, bro. So I mean, I think the time is there.
Bro, if Lil Wayne can do the song for First Take.
First Take.
First Take.
Whatever.
Lucy.
It's First Take.
I hear my dog doing something terrible.
Go for it.
Okay. Oh man, I don't know. What do you think was the coolest part of everything you said? There he is.
I'm back now. I can hear it.
What was your dog doing?
I don't even know, dude. I just hear her making sounds and like scratching. Dude, she's a sweetheart, but she's a big idiot.
That's a good dog, bro.
Yeah.
Mine was a little sick today. I gotta go take her out for a walk and stuff. I think that's and also the drink's up. I already finished. Gus, you already finished your drink? That's usually the sign that. Okay, so there, that's the sign that happy hour is coming to an end there. Mm-hmm. But before we go, well, first off, tell people where to follow you, man. Plug whatever you want to plug in. Obviously you got this new Lemon City Live song coming out. We're looking forward to it. We're all excited about it. But go ahead, bro. Say anything you like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm on Instagram. Was it at Zakk _Sandler? Really fucking easy to find me. You really don't have to follow me because I don't post that often these days. Just because I want to kind of keep my Instagram more like, now we're talking, dude. That was the Goodwill party.
That was such a good night, bro.
Oh man.
And somehow I didn't leave that. I left wearing a skirt and a bra.
Yeah.
And Eben died. Eben died at that party.
Eben died?
Because you weren't there for that one, right?
No.
And I accidentally spilled whatever that crap is that Billy made all over Eben, and I think we lied to him and said that he spilled it because it stained his pants, but it was actually me.
Dude,
sorry, Eben.
Yeah, Eben. Yeah, sorry, bro. I remember that night vividly. It was a really fun night. It was the Goodwill party. You can only show up dressed up in stuff you bought at Goodwill. We had a blast. Zakk apparently found that at Goodwill. Definitely found it at Goodwill.
Proud find.
Yeah, he was. He pulled that off. But yeah, Eben got super trash playing Battle Shots. I think it was.
Yeah.
And it was Billy's Hoade, I think, that they were drinking, and it was just a bad mix, man. Really, really. See, Hoade. Everybody knows Billy's Hoade.
Yeah.
And it only tasted like that because he mixed it with his arm, which in hindsight, we never should have let him do.
No, it was so bad. I didn't have any of that. I was having a good time. But anyway, I had left my car at Eben's house, and Eben was driving at the time his big F-150. So the night's ending. Eben is done. Like he's like falling over. I've never seen him, defeated when it comes to drinking. I've been on the other end plenty of times, but I had never seen him defeated. So it was like Thanos, just like falling down, like, And all of a sudden they're like, "Yo, we got to get him home." So I'm like, "All right, I need a couple guys to help me get him into the van, into the truck. I'll drive him home." And I was on Evan's team for Battle Shots.
Nice.
And so what ended up happening, we get Evan into the car, into the thing, and we strap him in. And I'm like, "All right, guys, I'll see you later. I'll take him." I get him home. By the time he's home, he's kind of like a little coherent, and he's like, all right, just let me get inside. And we go inside, and I get him to his bed. I'm like, "You all right, bro? You good?" And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, "All right, bro, do this." I told him, this is a little trick I learned back in South America when I was visiting family. I said, "Put your arm behind your head like this. Put one leg on the floor and the other leg on the bed, and just focus on something in the ceiling to keep your balance, and you'll be all right." And the last thing I remember is as I'm leaving, I go, "Evan, are you all right?" And he looks at me like this. Just gives me this like fucking like Captain America thumbs up, like everything's gonna be all right. And I'm like, my man, So I leave him and I roll out. Next morning, I get a voicemail from his mom, and she's like, "Edwin, I'm worried about you. I know you were here, but I don't see your car." And I woke up in the middle of the night because Evan was up, like trashing the whole house, throwing up everywhere. Apparently, he got up from where I left him and just fucking everywhere. And I was like, "Whoa!" So she thought that's something that happened to me, that I was just as trashed as him. And I'm like, "Oh, that's it, man." But that was the only time I ever saw Thanos defeated, bro. Same thing.
Damn.
He's a pro. He's a professional drinker, and so is John. I've seen John trashed one time.
I've seen John trash plenty of times.
Well,
I've seen John trash like hundreds
with
of times.
with the vomit or without the vomit?
I've seen him vomit before.
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen him do it twice, and one was here in the house on a New Year's Eve party, and it was fucking horrible. But yeah, I've never seen Billy though. Billy's the one guy. I've never seen it come out. It all goes in.
Billy doesn't age. He's like 65 years old. It's so weird.
Billy just cries.
Yeah, I mean, I'm afraid
he vomits out of his eyes.
Yeah.
John was throwing up, and then I had to go play Dr. Phil with the drunk Billy, and I'm just going back and forth from cleaning to fucking Dr. Phil. I'm like, damn it, dude.
This is not good.
Still not as bad as Poncho, Evan. I've heard the Poncho story, dude.
Man. Yeah, I was getting the text.
But bro, what a beautiful look there with this green suit, man. What a good time, bro. That was definitely
that was
time.
one of the men, like every year we did that, like end of summer. It was Mike's birthday always. We did some ridiculous party.
We did what was it? We did another ABC party one time, the Anything But Clothes party. That was a lot of fun.
Dude, I was on tour during those. And it sucked because my plan was to come in wearing no Billy pukes all the time, but he goes Neverland pukes. He won't see him do it. All right, fair enough. But no, like I was so bummed. I was gonna show up to that wearing just a raccoon tail hat.
I feel like that's like another Saturday night, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that was the thing is like, what part of my body was I gonna wear it on? I had plans.
But dude, but anyway, bro, I think it's time. We got to wrap it up. We're gonna sign off from the stream here in a second. Zakk, I want to talk to you behind the scenes here, a little behind the lemon. But anyway, I want to thank everybody who's been watching, everybody who's there you go. I want to thank everybody that's been watching and enjoying themselves. I want to thank Zakk for sharing your stories, dude, for finally letting me peel behind the curtain there and learn a little bit about all the shit you've done, bro, because you've lived an incredible fucking life and it's full of fucking stories. And I got to sit down and do some more because that's only a little, I only got a little snippet.
Yeah, man.
You got the teeniest taste.
I got the little snippet. I want some more. But again, thank you for coming on to our sports show and hitting us with sports talk. Oh, by the way, Marlins won. Throw it up there. Yeah, Marlins beat the Phillies 5-2. Hey.
I'm gonna be that guy real quick. Go Dodgers.
There you go. Hey, I'm a Dodger fan too, baby. I'm a Dodger fan too now. But yeah, go Marlins. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Tune in Tuesday. I think Tuesday we're gonna have a soccer heavy show. I want to talk to you about that, Gus. But Tuesday we may have something going on. But again, Tuesday's the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have a great weekend. Stay safe. Wear your mask. Do all the good stuff that you need to do. Thank you guys. Remember, follow Zakk at Zakk_Sandler on Instagram. Follow us if you're not already following us. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Get your notifications. Do all those things, man. We really, really appreciate it. Love you guys. Be safe. Good night.